Yo, welcome back to another video. Today we are in the open greatly, and let's try a different team here. So we're going to be trying out the team with Charjabug paired with the Shadow Swampert and the Wigglytuff in the back. Here we had a great lead. They switch out into the Goodra. We have the Wigglytuff for this Goodra. We are going to have to tank a move here. Let's see what moveset they're running with their Goodra. Ends up being the Aqua Tail, so good neutral damage for them. However, we don't want this Wigglytuff to be that healthy, so we do want to tank this move here. They go for the undercharged Aqua Tail. We are allowing them to use a bunch of Dragon Breath. They're not doing a lot of damage, but they're reducing the health of this Wigglytuff. This Wigglytuff here is going to still get taken out by this Empoleon, but we're trying to give them the least amount of farm. So they got the fast move down. Then they switch out into the Shadow Glider. Once we review Charjabug, we have the Shadow Swampert, but we are only going to be able to throw these Hydro Cannons back at this Glider. They decide to throw on timing. We go for the Hydro Cannon. They decide to shield. Here we have a decision made. Let this go or allow it to get shielded. We decided to let it go because we can get to this Hydro Cannon. And because we took that Arrow Ace, we're not going to be able to get to another Hydro Cannon. We think that one Shield Charjabug should be able to do it. Let's find out. We are going to have to throw these X Scissors. Both of our moves are resisted. Would have been nice if we had Crunch in this situation, obviously. But we have to use X Scissors at this point. Here, we're going to have to tank another move. Ends up being the Arrow Ace. We're going to fire off the Discharge immediately because they're very close to their charge move. In fact, one move away from their charge move. And now we're going to go for this X Scissor here, hoping that it is enough to take out this Shadow Glider from this health. No, unfortunately, unable to. So GG's to our opponents. Ended up being the wrong play. In hindsight, we definitely should have shielded that Swampert versus Glider matchup to try to get to another Hydro Cannon. But it was close. The Charjabug running the X Scissor was not quite enough to take out that Shadow Glider in the back. Alright, we got a difficult lead here. We got the Clockstar that is a 4-breaker for our team between the Charjabug and the Wigglytuff. But you can see right here, they are running the Mudshot fast move, I believe. So they are slowly chunking away. They are revealing the Stone Edge. We're going to try to catch a move right here. Ends up not catching it immediately, but they still throw a move. Earthquake gets revealed, and we now have to deal with the Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn is going to be able to absolutely take out this Swampert. We decided to go for the Hydro Cannon, and at this point, we only have one move. We only can go with our Charjabug to try to take out this Ferrothorn, because once again, this Ferrothorn is also good against our Wigglytuff, so we only have one option to throw a bunch of X Scissors. We shielded once so that we can get to both of these X Scissors before they get to their move. X Scissor right here does take out the Ferrothorn, okay, and it looks like we have to deal with this Clockstar now. The Clockstar is slow to get to its moves, but because we have a potential Icy Wind, we have a chance to debuff their attack after this shield. So we were gonna have to shield this one anyways, so we decided to go for the shield right there and farm just a little bit extra. Icy Wind goes through. This is gonna get super effective damage, or it's gonna get the one of the shields. But it looks like they have another tank, a Lickitung in the back. The Lickitung here is going to be white tanky. We are trying our best to deal as much damage as possible with our charms. They have elected to throw a Body Slam right here. We're going to try to catch a move. Okay, we do catch something. So they have to use their energy onto the Charjabug. And then at this point, we're looking to get a farm down. Unfortunately, Lickitung is too bulky and able to survive, able to get to 3 Body Slams to take out the Wiggly and the Charjabug. So GG's to our opponent. We're going to keep featuring this team. The first game was close. The second game, unfortunately, was just like a hard counter. So let's see if we can wiggle out of some situations with this team. So All right, we got the Annihilate here. Annihilate in the front is going to be okay. We are going to be able to get to this Discharge right here. The Discharge will do some neutral damage. As you can see right there, getting it into the low yellow. Here we have a decision made. Do we shield or let this go? They end up going for the Shadow Ball, so that was a great shield by us. They switch out into the Carbink. Carbink right here is going to be able to get to a move. This is too early for the Moonblast, so we decided to let it go, okay? So we do allow that one to go through. And at this point, we can just take it out with multiple Hydro Cannons. So we elect to go for the Hydro Cannon. It does a huge amount of damage, but able to survive that still. That thing is so tanky. Just like that, we're going to be able to get to another Hydro Cannon. Now we take out the Carbink. We have some residual energy to throw back at that Annihilate if it decides to come back in. There is the Annihilate. This is going to get the KO or the shield. So we're going to get the shield, which is great. And trying to get to another Hydro. Unfortunately, we get farmed down. We're going to come back in with our Wiggly right here. We don't have to shield anything because they've already revealed Shadow Ball. And it looks like the opponent ended up having a Dugong in the back. So Dugong with the Annihilate makes sense, but we were able to kind of wiggle out of that situation. So GG's to our opponent. On to the next game. We have the interesting team of Charjabug and Wiggly. It does kind of address some of the weaknesses of Charjabug, but more importantly, we're not fond of fire types, so that's why we have the Swampert in this team. If we do happen to see the fire lead, we just basically have to sack the Charjabug and see if we can win the game that way. So AVA to fire. But on this matchup, we have the Charjabug versus the Wiggly. We are able to survive that Icy Wind right there and allows us to get to this extra charge move to take out the Wiggly, which is really fantastic because now they reveal Shadow Poliwrath. Shadow Poliwrath here is getting chunked away by these Wigglytuff charms. You can see right here, it is running the Power Up Punch. Interesting moveset. Because they're running Power Up Punch, our Wiggly is already into the yellow. They revealed that they have another fighter in the back. Wow, double fighters in the back protected by the Wiggly is an interesting team. This team right here, double weak to Fairy in the back. Luckily, we were able to win the lead. And you can see the Wiggly basically took out 2 Pokemons and 3/4 because this Annihilate is already into the red. We decide to let the first one go, and we are able to get the fast move down because we have a shield available. So GG's to our opponent. That Wigglytuff just basically took out 2/3 of their team, and the Shadow Swampert really just had to use their fast move. I didn't really even use any charge moves. We did have to make sure we get the lead though. So here we go again. Wigglytuff in the lead. We're going to play this the same way, making sure we throw on great timing. This Discharge right here is going to get some good neutral damage. Once again, they decided to let it go. And then our opponent is going to be able to throw a move right before we get to our next move. We know we survived Icy Wind, we decided to let it go again. And that exactly is the same situation. Surviving the Icy Wind, we go for the Discharge, taking out the Wigglytuff again. And we have another Annihilate. So this is a great matchup for the Wiggly here. And it's the exact same team. Wow. We just faced the exact same team twice here. And we played it exactly the same way. Also running Power Up Punch with this Poliwrath. Interesting. Here we're going to allow this shield to be used because we know these charms that are going through will take out that Poliwrath, but also the charms that are going to be thrown at this Annihilate are also going to be pretty brutal. We go for the Icy Wind. They decide to shield, so all of their attacks are debuffed at this point. Do they have Icy Wind or Ice Punch? The answer is no. So that Night Slash is resisted and is debuffed. So GG's to our opponent. Check out this team if you haven't already and let us know if you enjoyed the video.